All right, so there's video circulating right now of Omarion on the Millennium Tour, and he gets pretty upset at the crowd. Let's take a listen.
All y'all get your ass up. Get up. Get up. Get up. It's a concert. Get up.
Yeah. So this is a video from the Millennium Tour. You guys know he's out on that tour right now. He came up here to talk about it. And yeah, just was, I guess, upset because people in the crowd weren't reacting the way that, he thought they should be reacting while he's performing.
I've never heard him curse.
Me neither.
Ever. I've never even heard, yeah. But didn't another artist do that too? I think that was Method Man. He had
so that was at
something like that.
That was at another concert here in New York, and it was basically they were saying that the crowd didn't react to them because of the age of the crowd. With this one, I feel like with the
Millennium, it's the Millennium Tour.
The Millennium Tour ranges. You have younger kids who are just tapping back in because of the nostalgia, and then you have our age, people older as well. So I don't know what that tizzy was about. But
yeah, but what Omarion got, I think he closes the show. But what Omarion has to realize is, one, we seen this happen before when somebody was actually in a wheelchair and couldn't stand up, and that was the reason why that person couldn't stand up. But also, you got to think about this, right? The Millennium Tour is what? Let's say, 35 plus? 30 plus, right? 35 plus, let's say. So when you got artists like, you got Nivea, you got Pleasure P, Rick Ross, Bobby Valentino, Sammy, Ray J, the Yin Yang Twins, Boosie, Plies, then Omarion, you tired.
Yeah.
You tired at that time. That's what? 9 artists I just named. You tired at that point. So, I mean, Omarion could get frustrated, but if I pay for my ticket and I don't want to stand up, I ain't going to stand up.
Yeah. I was trying to see what day, because from the reports I'm seeing this happened in Virginia, I was trying to see what day that was that they were there in Virginia, too, because I'm like, well, maybe if there's, sometimes there's multiple shows in one place.
Yeah.
These people could have went to multiple shows.
People are tired. They probably was tired. That's probably what it was, and they sat through all that, and if they were in Virginia, they probably wanted to really see Trey, because that's his hometown.
Speaking of, you saw the video, Trey?
Go. Yes.
Go ahead, Jess.
Yes. No. Somebody ran up on the stage and tried to get this man.
Yeah. Yeah, so
that was in Virginia though.
I don't know if that. No, I don't. I don't know for sure if that was in Virginia, but I believe that comes off of the same tour. There was a video circulating of Trey Songz on stage, and there was a fan that ran up on stage, and he squared it up.
I was going to say, I'm very shocked he didn't knock that dude out, because Trey,
he's probably learned.
Trey got hands.
Yeah, and he's also probably learned that the minute I swing, boom, a lawsuit drops.
But he had no right to hit that guy.
I was going to say, but would that actually be something that he could get in trouble for if the guy ran up on him?
I mean, you could definitely argue.
Security was a little slow to me. I mean, I've seen security be slower with other artists and stuff, but I mean, if I boom and you on the ground, he can't get in trouble because. Right?
I mean, you would have to argue in court, hey, he ran up on me, whatever.
Dude put his arm around Trey on stage. Security should have been guys.
But what I'm saying is, the minute that headline drops, it's not, well, dude put his arm around him. It's, Trey Songz, another headline, you know what I mean? I think if he's smart and, you know what I mean, at this point, he's been through this a couple times now. He knows,
My thing is, when things like that happen, you don't know the motive. You don't know, people do a lot of things for clicks and, everything like that. He could have hurt him. You know what I'm saying? What if he had something? What if he could have stabbed him real quick? And it's now Trey is hurt in the hospital. And I don't know. You just got to protect yourself first.
Yeah, right. Trey should have knocked him out. Yeah, but I would say this. I was impressed the fact that Trey squared up and then went right back into singing.
Yeah. Yo, they said he squared up so fast. It was like a Power Ranger.
Power Ranger. They went right back into singing like nothing happened. He ain't joke. He ain't laugh. He ain't say, did y'all see that? He just went right back to singing like it didn't happen. Right.
Yeah, shout out to him. I recently met him. He was super nice when I met him. Nice. But really quickly, Boosie is also in a hot seat right now. Yeah. So he was trying to do a good thing, honestly, and it went wrong. So you guys remember Caleb Wilson, God rest his soul, who was the young man that was pledging. Yeah. And he passed away while pledging Omega Sci-Fi, which is Q.
Yes. Yep.
So Boosie is doing his annual Boosie Bash down in partnership with Southern University. Or is it Southern State University? Which one is it? With the human jukebox. I'll look it up. I believe it's Southern. But he's doing it in a partnership, and he wanted to have
Southern University.
Southern University. He wanted to, just raise money for Caleb's family and just some of the things that were happening down there. And he talked about it, but the family kind of came out upset. Let's take a listen to Boosie talking to a local about his intentions.
And I know that you are launching a foundation of scholarship in his name. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to try to do something positive because I'm grateful for his dad and all the people who made this work. But, we're going to do something special for him because, it's a life lost too short.
Yeah. So
And this was after or before the outrage?
This was
from the people.
This was before the outrage. But basically what happened was Boosie had been selling tickets to Boosie Bash. It was already happening. A few weeks before the show, Caleb Wilson's situation happened and he passed away. You know, and it's connected to that area. So Boosie's like, hey, I want to do something to help him. So allegedly there was a conversation with the family. The family says that they were under the impression that Boosie was going to just start a scholarship in Caleb's name and like maybe put some money into the scholarship, not attach it to Boosie Bash. So they're upset and they're basically saying, you're trying to make money off of this and use his image and his likeness. Do not do that. And they came up upset about it. And Boosie responded and basically said, you know, when trying to be real goes wrong. He said it's sad for a lawyer and his family to say I promoted my event off of someone's passing. My event was promoted on Eventbrite since November 14th. This incident happened a week before my event, timing, took place. How can I capitalize off someone's death for a concert? That ain't me. A death of a student won't help a concert. It would hurt a concert. I was asked to help with a situation, and that's what I was doing once I made it home. But for y'all to say that y'all are taking legal action against someone who was trying to help y'all is a slap in my face. It's completely wrong. When keeping it real goes wrong. Shaking my head, I'm done.
Yeah, I would say as far as Boosie, I'm sure he was trying to do the right thing and just trying to give back to the community. But you also got to understand if, you know, that family just lost a life. And I seen a flyer. I was trying to look up the flyer before and his face was on it. I can't find it now. But if you're using my son's likeness and my son's name and we didn't have a conversation, it's not clear what you're doing, I would be upset too. Don't use my son's name because I don't know what your intention is. They don't know Boosie. Like, they've never had a conversation with Boosie.
Well, from what I understood, from what he was saying, they did have a conversation. I think the family misinterpreted. They thought it was just going to be like a scholarship. Boosie figured doing this around something that was already big would make the most sense.
Right.
But in wrapping it up, it does seem like a big misunderstanding. But I think there is a lot of emotion still fresh in it. You know what I mean? You just gotta kind of respect
their
that.
son. Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's a conversation. I don't think Boosie had no ill intentions. I don't think Boosie needs a publicity stunt or anything like that to sell tickets. I think Boosie was really just trying to give back and say, you know what, let's do something positive for the community. But I hope they can talk and square it all out.
Same.
All right.
Prayers to that family.
That is the latest with Lauren. Now let's get to the mix. 800-585-1051. Get your joints in right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.